Robert Jones was indicted for that he, not having the fear of God before his eyes, but being moved and seduced by the instigation of the devil, with force, feloniously did make an assault upon one David Jasker, and wickedly and diabolically, and against the order of nature, had a venereal affair with the said David Jasker, and with him did then and there commit and perpetrate that abominable crime, not to be mentioned by Christians, called buggery, to the great displeasure of Almighty God, and against His Majesty's peace.
What are you?
I'm a cobbler. I have a shop next to the Fortune of War public house in Pie Corner.
And what do you know against the prisoner?
Captain Jones came into my shop. A buckle had come away from his shoes. We went into the workshop. Captain Jones pushed me over and pulled down my breeches.
And what next?
He assaulted me.
In what way?
In a way that is very difficult to speak of.
But you must speak of it if we are to have a verdict.
I cannot.
Did he penetrate you?
He was behind me. He was at my back.
That will not suffice, Mr. Jasker.
It's a painful thing.
To be penetrated against one's will?
To be here at all.
The act of sodomy. A crime so heinous that nature shudders. Modesty stands aghast. And against which virtue seeks vengeance.
I understand and sympathize, Mr. Jasker, with your reticence. Then maybe try this another way. The man who abused you so cruelly and unnaturally, who made use of your body for his own depraved pleasure, is he here today? If that man is with us today, will you point him out in court?
You will identify him or not, sir?
Is the man in the dock the man you accuse of sodomy?
Yes.
Did he sodomize you?
Did, sir.
Hardly the most convincing identification of your attacker, Mr. Jasker. Captain Jones pushed me over the workbench and pulled down my breeches. That is still actually an assertion that you stand by.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Did you struggle?
Of course.
Yet despite your struggling, you could not overcome his force. Why could you not repel him?
He's strong. A military man.
You're not strong. You're not a man who works constantly with his hands to hammer and wrench and twist a shoe back into life. In this struggle, where was the vigor that is such a necessary part of your trade?
I found it difficult to resist a man so intent.
You found the act difficult to own because of shame or because it did not happen?
Because of shame.
Then behold the man you say has shamed you. Behold Captain Jones. Behold him. You are previously acquainted with this man.
I've had his custom for some time.
He is a mere customer, then?
Why? What else would he be?
A customer you did invite into your workshop. What would occasion that?
It was convenient.
Is this not a man who made several payments to you lately because you were in need of capital?
It is so, but they were loans, sir.
And is this still not a man who favored you with his generosity, who would not see you fail?
It is so.
Whose kindness and attention you did welcome.
I welcome the money.
Is that so? Look at Captain Jones again. Is this a man you would now put to death because of the evidence you give?
I must have my life. I must have my life!
As I came down to the workshop, I heard cries, muffled.
Of distress?
Undoubtedly, yes.
And venturing further?
I opened the door and found the prisoner over my husband, his trousers down, forcing himself into him.
This is not true.
Captain Jones, you will allow the witness to give her evidence.
Continue, madam, if it's not too distressing.
With a most bestial face upon it.
And your husband?
Helpless. A rag stuffed into his mouth.
Liar. You foul liar.
You see his shame now.
And the prisoner's reaction to your coming in?
He pulled away. He could not complete his debauchery.
No more questions, my lord.
The money loaned, given, or what have you, from Captain Jones to your husband. Do you know the sum? Come, you run this trade together. You must have more than a very good idea. You must know the sum precisely.
I do not, exactly.
£30. 40.
It was between them.
You did not trouble yourself with what went between them.
Their association gave me no cause for concern.
Captain Jones, an honourable man.
Yes.
Until at the workshop door, you contemplate the ravenous beast who would debauch your husband.
Do you think my husband to consent?
Do you, madam?
I could never. I will never.
Of course not. He had a rag stuffed in his mouth. Though curiously, your husband did not mention that in the evidence he gave.
He hardly spoke.
And now you do remedy that.
I only say what he could not bring himself to.
I put it to you that you described far more than you saw. I put it to you that what you did see was your husband in the company of Captain Jones in a way that did enrage and threaten you. It was not a crime that you perceived, but a way to rid your husband of the company he had been keeping.
If I had not stopped you that day, I know you would come back for more. His satisfaction never complete. But you would come back and back to take my husband because you consider him weak. But I have come to this court to have my husband reclaimed from your sin. To have my husband back as my own and never yours again.
Mr. Sylvester. This is not the theatre. It is much cheaper. Here we will allow the jury to follow and judge character, not the audience.
My lord?
Do you have any more witnesses, Mr. Sylvester?
No, my lord.
And Mr. Garrow, you may call your witnesses for the defence.
But one, my lord. Call Miss Maria Reeder.
She's not here. She fears her own exposure.
She made a promise to me.
The promise of a brothel keeper.
Garrow, do you have some information you wish to share with the court?
One moment, my lord. I'm sorry. My lord, it seems that a climate of such fear reigns that honest men become dishonest ones. That promises are broken. That a man will see a friend hanged. We have no witnesses, my lord.
Captain Jones, it would appear that you have no one to speak for you, which is unfortunate. There is talk in the London Journal of court providing a surgeon to take out the testicles of sodomites. Now, that is not my instruction to the jury here, you understand.
My lord, I require advice on the penalty for perjury.
If If you speak of perjury, then you do not choose me.
I cannot let him die. That is the only choice I make.
This is most irregular. Mr. Sylvester, speak to your client.
You've lost me. But I think I had lost you some while ago.
I ask you again, did Captain Jones assault you?
No.
You have committed a perjury in this court.
Yes.
Why?
In order to incriminate a man I did owe money to.
It's all most irregular. Captain Jones, I have no choice but to acquit you. This time. Mr. Jasker, step into the dock. You will publish no details of that trial. There was great indecency here. The world need not bear it, though we were compelled to. Mr. Jasker, in the matter of perjury, you are sentenced to 2 years in prison and a fine of 5 shillings.
Captain Jones?
Congratulations.
You will commit the crime again.
Not until you're released from prison.